All right, if you're thinking about making a move to Temecula, California, or if you're just curious about the city of Temecula, or if you already live here and you want to know how things are going to change over the next couple of years, where the city's headed, and what's going to be happening here locally, watch this video. We're going to give you some good info, what's going on with the city, what's going on with the city planners, and how the town's going to be changing. All right, hey guys, hey again, my name is Justin Short. I am a realtor and team leader here in the Murrieta and Temecula, California area. We're trying to keep these videos coming for you regularly, and today we are going to talk about the city of Temecula and how it's going to be changing over the next couple of years, what the city managers are trying to get done, what the mayor's trying to get done, and some of the big infrastructure coming in, and actually what I think are some pretty cool stats. So we're going to get all the info, but first, if you're liking the videos, please go ahead and hit like, please go ahead and hit subscribe. Helps me, it helps the channel. I've had a lot of people reach out to us lately, and of course would love to answer any real estate questions you may have, or if you're thinking about making a move to the area, or of course from the area and want to sell your home, would love to chat more with you about that. You're going to see all our information. You can contact us, you can call, text, email, whatever works for you, and you're going to see all our information there at the end as well. So please hit like, please hit subscribe, and we'd love to hear from you. So let's go ahead and we'll talk about some of the, I guess, the info here. So we're going to talk about Temecula, California. And so what happened for me, it was actually a pretty cool opportunity. So our team, we got to go to a city managers meeting with all the city managers for the local cities. So that's Temecula, California, Murrieta, Wildomar, Lake Elsinore, and Menifee. And we got to sit and hear basically speeches by each city and kind of pitch the towns. They're talking about, what infrastructure is coming in, what plans are getting approved, what's not getting approved, new construction, some commercial stuff, all types of good information. And for me as a realtor, it's really good info to be able to pass on to clients, especially people that don't live here and want to know kind of what's going on. So first thing, we are this video, at least, we're going to talk about city of Temecula. We're going to make a few others talking about Murrieta and Menifee as well. But I think it seems like a lot of really good stuff coming here locally, and I think the area is going to continue to grow. So first thing is actually some really cool stats from Temecula, and I know we've mentioned this in a lot of the other videos, but the biggest thing about the city of Temecula here locally, so it is the most expensive city to live in, yes, for sure, highest price point, yes, but one of the big factors to that is it's the city that has the most economic power, right? It has the most amount of businesses, it has the old town area, it has the wineries, it has the casino, it has the mall, it's got the most shopping, and even the most like small individual restaurants, kind of trendy, individual privately owned restaurants too. So it's got like the most business here in the area, and you're going to see, and I think that seems like something that the city's really pushed, and there's a reason that they have really gotten to that place. So some really cool stats is the city of Temecula. I didn't realize what a tourist destination it's really become. We have a lot of people coming to the wine country all the time. People make trips from all around the nation, and a lot of like bridal showers or bachelorette parties and all that type of stuff. But there is now 3.14 million visitors to the city of Temecula each year, which I thought was like a ton. So back when I moved here again over 20 years ago, it felt like we're getting like 2,500 a year. Like, it was not a destination at all. So the area's really changed quite a bit, and the city's really driven a lot of that. And of course, wine country has helped, and it's been very purposeful. But that's a lot of like economic influence coming in, right? A lot of people coming in as tourists that want to spend money, checking out the area, and it's attraction now. So which is cool. So it's a really attraction, especially for a lot of people here in Southern California. So. Part of that, they are also have been now ranked as the 20th safest city in the United States, which is awesome. I think in the last like 6 years, they've been on the top 20 list. So that's a huge plus. City of Murrieta is right there as well. They're actually ranked a little bit higher, but very, very safe area. And the Temecula is now starting to win some awards, really. So they've won some awards for like the top weekend trips in the country, some different awards on some magazines and people that rate those type of other things, which is cool. So just more notoriety. And they now have 4 of the fastest 5,000 growing companies in the nation are based here in Temecula. So that's a big thing. That's always been a challenge for the area, just not a ton of big business, right? So with those companies, they feel like they're a pretty good sign of what's to come and how things are really changing. And there's some pretty cool stuff that's happened over the last couple of years. So they now have the junior college here, the MSJC, Mount San Jacinto campus has now expanded in the city of Temecula. So that's been a big thing. We have the casino, so Pechanga Casino is now ranked, it's like the top ranked casino in Southern California. So that's a big plus. And one stat that I think is pretty telling is, and this is different than the surrounding cities, but city of Temecula, 45% of the income that the city receives is actually from sales tax. So what that means is most of these cities around here, they're bedroom communities, people live there and commute out, right? So all the income is tied into property tax. So as property tax value comes in, the tax values to the city that the city receives go up. But Temecula is kind of the one outlier and the oddball in a good way, where 45% of the income that the city receives is from sales tax. So that's from tax at the casino or whatever, I don't know what exactly is paid at the casino, but so tax of the wineries, tax of the old town areas, tax of the mall, from the dealerships. I mean, that's a big revenue source that a lot of those surrounding cities don't have. And then they were pretty proud that as far as just keeping the city clean, that 90% of the graffiti is removed within 24 hours. So I have no idea how they get those stats or who tracks those, but that's their claim to fame. So I mean, those are good things, and there's just kind of good good things that the city wanted to brag about, which I thought were pretty cool. I've lived here a long time, and those are things that were not always true 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. So I mean, the city's definitely changed. It's going to continue to grow, so which I think is pretty cool. And there's some cool things coming down the pipe too. So as far as to the city of Temecula, one of the big issues is always going to be traffic. And just the area has grown so fast, so many people coming here, and so many people commuting here, and also to some of the surrounding cities, that we talk about all the time. But there's a lot of infrastructure that's getting ready to come in, so which is great. So there is the French Valley expansion, which is off of the freeway. So there's off of Date Street. So right now, when you're coming up to 15 freeway, you have an exit off of Temecula Parkway, you have an exit off of Rancho California Road, an exit off of Winchester Road, and just north of that, they are working on the new off-ramp, which is, they're going to call it, I think it's called the French Valley Express, but it's going to be right off of Date Street, which is connect to the dealerships in Murrieta on the left side, connect to some of the new dealerships on the right-hand side, like where the Mercedes dealership is in Temecula, and onto Date Street, which is going to try and be a thoroughfare to connect people out to Winchester Road. So that's going to be a big thing. Just the off-ramps and the freeway in general has just got so much pressure with all the cars coming in, with the new infrastructure coming. I think it's really going to help things, and that's what they say in there. They're experts, so I think it'll be good. And then they are actually adding an extra lane to the 15 freeway as well. So from South Temecula, so from Temecula Parkway all the way through the freeway interchange to the 215, they're going to add one extra lane. So that's going to help, as far as keep some of the pressure off the freeway. So that'll be great. It's actually the one thing that someone said the whole way there for a couple hours, and got an applause from the entire crowd. So everyone's pretty happy about that. And then they are also going to expand the off-ramp from the South Temecula off-ramp for Temecula Parkway. And they're putting in another expansion that's going to help me personally where I live off of Nicholas Road. So right now, Nicholas Road is off of Winchester Road. It's kind of like a smaller road, and it gets a little windy. And they're actually going to expand that to make it more of a true straight shot into the northeast section of town over to Butterfield Stage. So I live in Summers Bend. It's a newer community out that way. It's just going to make it more accessible. It makes it easier to drive and probably take some traffic out of some of the other parts of town. So I think those are pretty cool things. And it was really a cool meeting for me to get to see, what the city planners are trying to do, what their goals are, where they are trying to head with the city, what, the things they're kind of beating their chest about, they're proud about. And I think those are ultimately things that affect us as we live here, and hopefully things we can learn to or be able to enjoy more. So hopefully the information helps. We're going to do a couple other videos talking about Murrieta, talking about Menifee as well, and hopefully give you guys good perspective there. But again, if you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out. If you're liking the videos, please go ahead and hit like. Please go ahead and hit subscribe, and hopefully talk to you guys soon. Thanks.